We're on tripod cam on the other side. Just kidding.
Why would we do that?
Ozbot, you're back on the Ozbot. Okay.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Oh, live chat.
Welcome to Live, where Stacy and I yell at each other.
Wah!
All right. So, hello, Jennifer Pew Pew Pew, Scott Colhart, Edson Glutz, Jordan. Hello, Jordan. And that's it.
That's it. You guys got here early.
That's all we got. All right. But we got here late, right?
We did get in late. Yes, a little bit.
This is so weird because it's almost synced up, but it's a little bit late. So I could see myself moving, but it's like those creepy videos where they're in the mirror and they move and then their reflection moves too late. Creepy. Hello, Chase, Scuba Steve. I think you guys are waiting for us to actually be on live.
Here we go.
Festival of Fears, we love those guys.
Hello, Festival of Fears, Jordan Easel, Warmonger, Monkey Strap, and John Sheffield. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm getting a hot glue gun plugged in. So I'm going to be working on a bear today. I'm going to cut a bear's face off.
Some of a bear's face off.
What?
Some of a bear's face off.
I'm going to cut a bear's snout off. Hello, Ike Camacho. All right. So.
Cat Swift says, it's a Shannon!
Is this alcohol or is this water?
There's one that says alcohol.
It doesn't burn. Water.
Water. There you go. Next to the Zep bottle.
Zep.
June Ritchie says, greetings. Jennifer Pew 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 said, hi, Shannon. She was here briefly, and then she ran away.
Yeah, Shannon was in the room.
We're decontaminating the bear.
Well, we're giving the bear a spritz. We're giving the bear a
priming the
freshen
surface.
up.
We're priming the surface.
We don't know what the bear has been doing in his downtime. We don't know what those bears are into.
I noticed he didn't come back with his necklace.
That's because his necklace was on my beast man in my office.
Aha, there we go. Edson says, use flames to check for water or alcohol.
Yeah, I just actually, what I do now my way to check a bottle is you spray a mist up in the air and you walk through it with your eyes wide open. And if it burns, that's the alcohol.
Choices were made.
It is the fastest way to find out.
Hello, Cat Swift. Tom Everard says, good evening, all.
This is the worst spray bottle. I mean, it's working just enough for me to not throw it out.
Edson Glutz said, hello, Stacy and wife. Wifey.
This does work better upside down, which is rare.
Yeah. Jordan Easel says, I have a query. What type of vampire is Dracula? Is he a Varkalak or a Strigoi?
He is vampire prime in many, many ways. So he's neither a Volkalak or a Strigoi, because it's very clear in his origin tale that he renounced God, and that is why he became a vampire. So, yeah, he's one of them.
He's an archetype.
Right.
Edson Glutz says, but no visual effects that way. I mean, I guess you do get some floaters in your eyes.
Yeah.
Cat Swift says, such a boy way to do it.
His best way.
Edson Glutz says, Mama wants to know what the bear is made from.
This is a fiberglass bear. Can they see the bear?
They can see the bear.
Okay.
In fact, the Ozbot has chosen the bear.
What are you trying to say, Hotspot? Remember me? Remember me? The man who purchased you from China? Hello. Yes. You gotta work for me for 7 years and then you're free.
Oh, shit, my time's over.
Not you.
I'm fired?
Isn't that how indentured servants work?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Something like 5 or 7 years. Mm-hmm. Okay, I am having all the fun collecting. I collected my tinfoil. That's what I will ball up for facial features. Just about time. I have to wrestle a bear real quick.
Sean Fenner says, evening all, better late than never. There's Shannon in the chat. Greetings, comrades. Ezekiel says, and why did the bear need a wipe down? Anything to do with Rue?
So, this bear, I knew that I could turn him into a owlbear for the Monster Museum, and he's made of fiberglass, for those who ask. I knew that I could turn him into an owlbear. And we just did decor for a bear party, that kind of bear, and
Are your locks on?
it was a dancing party, and I'm pretty sure that the bear had a certain amount of being ground upon, and just what a good time was had. So yeah, thank you. Why does it? It's tracked me, but then it stops on the bear. It's like, is this the same guy or is this a different guy? So I don't know. And before I expose the bear to a black light or anything weird,
Are your wheel locks on? On your table?
how much fun would that be?
Oh, listen.
Of course not.
Listen.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm not interested in repairing a fiberglass bear. It's tracking the bear's face. That is hilarious.
Hey,
Oh, there it is. Hi. There you go.
you're a piece of work, Osborne.
Jordan Easel says there has to be a better answer. Maybe he's a Samba-san?
No. See, you're thinking of all of these different vampires, but that's not it. He's not a Voldelac because he doesn't go back and only attack his family members, and he's not a Strigoi because of his creation. There isn't a better answer. It's a story, and you're putting a fictional story up against historical lore.
Ooh, there's I got.
I locked one wheel. All right. This is a large bear head. Like, this is massive.
Big McLarge huge.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight this bear.
Tom Everard says this episode looks like I can't bear to miss it.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a Tulio.
Edson says, or just move Oz from one location to another, or the best way to have Rue, quote unquote, fix it.
Yeah, considering how the short amount of time that it actually worked, I think that I would not buy another Oswald.
Yeah, the struggle is real. Dan Moore says, hello everyone. Cat Swift talking to Ezekiel. Plastic Ninja asked, is this a Monster Museum piece?
This will be a Monster Museum piece. We're going to turn it into an Owlbear for the museum.
Hi, Plastic Ninja. I feel like it's been a minute since you joined us.
Yes. When Plastic Ninja hops on, I always think of Ghidra,
Oh.
the three-headed Godzilla monster. But that makes sense. Whereas, I even forget who it is. Someone Jack comes on, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I always think about Scarecrows.
Oh, Shadow Gem.
Shadow Jim, not Jack. See? Can't remember the name until they show up. And then I'm like, them and Scarecrow.
Ezekiel says, very shocked in his new look. He's like, ah. Edson says, nice hoodie, gang. I've got one of those too. Thanks, you guys. You guys are the best.
Safety glasses.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna...
Where do you think I should cut his nose off at?
Well, an owlbear has like a beak, right?
I think right there is good.
Also,
That's a
maybe we
good
get
start.
a fan.
Let's
going.
open that door back up. That is fiberglass dust.
Yeah, I kind of don't.
And I know that that's bad.
Plastic Ninja says it has been a long time. Edson says, when I pop on, Alan thinks of dancing bug butts. Cat Swift asked, is Rue working tonight? I asked because that cord hanging across the walkway looks very dangerous.
No, Rue's not here. We can do whatever we want with cords.
Plastic Ninja says, I go to bed very early and get up even earlier. Ezekiel says, Old Smokey the Bear, watch this catch fire.
It would go like a candle because it's fiberglass. Alex, can you excuse me? Figure if I put a little fan here.
Yeah. Edson says, PPE, people. Jordan Easel asks, are you aware of mechanical vampire teeth with the aid of a discrete mechanism that's operated by the tongue that can retract like snake fangs?
Yes, Scarecrow Fangs has it. They do. Scarecrow Fangs. Retractable fangs. They got it.
Robert Solomon says, wear a mask? Yes, please. Sean Fenner says, dear Osha, nothing to see here. Move along. I might actually go get. Are they in the drawer?
Where they're supposed to be?
Did we go from Trans World Weekend right to a Monster Camp weekend? We did?
No, it was a show, St. Patrick's.
That's right. We went Monster
and
Camp,
then
a show, and then, yeah.
Here, sir.
Do I? Huh?
Just for.
Yeah, I'll take one of those. Osbot
Did he give up? He's real focused on the bear.
is not looking, no, he's looking at the wall.
Oh. Osbot, buddy.
Yeah, he's gonna love this.
Alex, you want one?
Sure. My one's not like that.
Look at us behaving. Cat Swift says, I love how he saw that starts the saw and y'all immediately pull your hoods over your heads. Plastic Ninja says, Owlbear's been a favorite monster since playing, thing that has a mouse over it, hang on. Since playing Fate back in like 2005.
Fate? Is that a role-playing system?
PPE, guys. We're being good. Look at us. Which way is that gonna blow?
I have to turn this around.
Would you like some help?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Hugo Cordialete says hello.
Hello, Hugo! I'm not moving the bear, am I?
No. Plastic Ninja says it was a dungeon crawler video game.
Okay.
Edson Glute says, hello, other small human in the room. That is Alex.
That's Alex.
Caroline Boland says, hello, everyone.
Hello!
David Quintana says, there's a dang bear in your shop.
There is a dang bear in my shop. Let's go to this camera now.
Tripod cam. Would you like me to pull you some Owlbear reference?
Not until I get his face cut off.
Jordan Easel says, does this sound like a cool vamp transformation? The eyes turn black, the lips spontaneously atrophy, and the teeth elongate.
Why would their eyes turn black?
Yo Lady Voice says, currently playing a Neverwinter D&D game with Owlbears when this popped up. Commence happy squeals.
Hooray!
That's what's a good question, Stacey. There you go. John Sheffield says, Stacy to the rescue, no dust backdraft. Yeah. Beverly Margaret says, I've just joined the live stream and I feel like I've missed crucial information about why there's a giant bear.
I'm cutting his face off.
Sean Fenner says, Owlbear, is that greater or lesser than man-bear pig?
Way superior.
Way superior, he says. Ezekiel says, I can't bear to watch such destruction.
That's why it's gorgeous.
Like everyone to know that we are being good tonight. None of us want to be inhaling fiberglass. That sucks. Jordan Easel says, you know, the pupils dilate. That's why they turn black.
Okay.
Cat Swift says, this is like one of those train wrecks you can see coming but can't stop watching and you're screaming at the monitor to get Alan's attention. Edson says, you know, a Sharpie would have saved so much time. An arrow on the fan, writing on molds, name badges? Ah.
I don't need those stinking badges.
Plastic Ninja says, that's all the explanation needed, honestly. Thank you, Scott Colehart, for the link.
Go to this one.
Tripod cam.
This is the worst. This is so unergonomic. I hate it. We have like 3 of them, and they haven't died. But I'm hoping. Look, it's got this weird ramp up from hitting the switch. Now it goes.
Haunted Swamp Prox asked, do you know anything about Dark Raven Designs Turn and Twist Vine from 2011? I've been trying to figure out how the mechanism works, but I can't figure it out.
There's a big apparatus above it. Send me a message. It's too much to explain right here. But yes, I do.
Beverly Margaret says, best answer. David Quintana says, hello, Miss Stacy. Hello, David. Edson says, where we're going, we don't need no stinking badges. Plastic Ninja said, I was going to ask if a saw wouldn't be quicker. Ike Camacho says, what if P. Diddy is inside the bear?
Isn't he in another country right now, hiding out?
I think so. Plastic Ninja says, yeah, it's ridged. They're bricks, but they're tough as nails.
Why is P. Diddy hiding? What did he do?
Human trafficking, I think is what they're trying to get him on.
Wow.
Jordan Easel asked, are strigoi riddled with parasites that pass on their infection?
I don't know.
John Sheffield says, you guys will be itching soon thanks to fiberglass dust.
Yeah.
asks, so what are you going to do with the snoot?
I don't know.
Maybe swinging around some. He's sliding off the... There you go. Plastic Ninja says, Cord, it hurts my soul a bit.
Well, the batteries just wear out so fast.
Rob O'Brien says, this is why you should never hibernate near a haunt.
Should never what?
Hibernate near a haunt.
Right.
John C. says, hello, hello, hello. Kaz Swift says, goodness, I'm looking at that fan. Maybe it would work better if cleaned a bit. Just asking.
All right, now, I don't get on your live streams and talk about the condition of your shop equipment.
Creative Duke says, oh no, Alan's declaring war on the Coca-Cola polar bear. Big Dan Custom Art says, we do masks, monsters, and we'll even give your bear a nose job. YOLO.
When in doubt, get a bigger saw.
When in doubt, get a bigger saw. Jordan Easel says, I'm supposed to have an operation next month. I have a constriction in my esophagus. Don't let my wording alarm anyone. I'm fine. I just need to be more careful of how I eat for a while. Well,
That's
take
awesome.
it easy, Jordan.
It's good to get life experiences like that out of the way early.
Rob O'Brien says, make a hilarious jackalope with the snoot. Creative Doof says, what's the bear made out of?
Fiberglass.
Ezekiel says, your fan needs it clean. What's he anchored to in there? Whoop, whoop.
I just spent the last 30 seconds looking for my glasses on the table.
Those glasses?
These are the ones.
John C. says, it's made out of bare necessities. Ezekiel says, Sawzall will fix it. Echoing up from the inside of the bear.
Now he's growling at me.
Yeah. Ezekiel says his tongue is holding up proceedings. Jordan asks, do you know what I mean by constriction?
Yes.
Edson says, okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Barely anything.
But wants a bear hug. Ezekiel says Alan's taking a sawmill to a drop bear. Oh, so much fiberglass. Here you go. Edson says, oh, I walked right into that pun. Big Dan Custom Art says, live on Facebook is the autopsy of Baloo, and there's barely any progress. Edson says, I thought it was rabbit season, not bear. Jennifer Pugh says, that was one rough snoot.
Yeah, he was on there.
Do you want to take him close to the door and air hose him off?
Why would I go close to the door? Right into the fan.
All right. Now he's tracking you just fine.
I cut the bear's face off.
Yeah. Jennifer, or Creative Dude says, now I feel bad for the bear. Cat Slip says, yeah, now we can all breathe again and Shannon can come back. The weirdly balanced bear and saw work is done.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, got the other side of his head.
Go to this one.
Rob O'Brien says, sure, now the bear can't giggle.
Okay. I think I've changed my mind. I want to keep it a bear.
Too late. Jennifer Pugh says now Ozma won't find the bear anymore. Big Dan Custom Art says everyone can breathe again, except for the bear, obviously.
Bear now has a non-deviated septum. Just the one septum.
Hugo says, oh, big bear.
I'm gonna be right back. Tell them a fun story about what we do last week.
Bear dance?
You could talk about making things. You can talk. Yeah, you can talk
Okay.
about that.
Hi. That was heavy duty fiberglass work, Catswood. Yes, it was. So the project that this was purchased for was a bear dance. And so one of the things that we made for this giant party was a giant, like 10-foot, multi-layered photo op thing. So we laser cut just a ton of felt into like multi-layer a monkey and a leopard and a sloth and a toucan and a parrot and a bunch of little frogs, butterflies and things. It was very cute. And made several stand-ups. That's why they didn't have Phantom of the Bear. Listen, some of that is plastered on there, and it's probably going to take a scraper from Cat Swift. But anyway, so we did this like hanging. I'll see if I can post pictures in the creeper shop. I'll confirm. It was very cool. We also made a whole bunch of like 10-foot tall palm tree, giant pink palm trees that were black light reactive. And we made a whole bunch of light boxes to hang on the wall, like silhouettes cut out in the front of it. There's a lot of laser work. Big Dan Custom Art, what happened to the Storytime graphic? Listen, we're working on it. I just did an update to the Stream Deck today, and Alan has to actually upload all of the previous graphics from the home computer, which is where we used to run all this from, to the drive so that we can download it and put it on the Street Deck. So it's coming. We're getting there. I know it's been a while. We are still sort of getting settled into the new space, and while it is all very exciting to be in here, Alex is also spray painting outside, so she's still doing that fun. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting back to it. What else did we make for Bear Dance? Well, Giant Bear Guy had a big necklace on. We did the signs. We did the palm trees. We did the photo op. There was a lot. Oh, we also did costumes. Alex did a whole awesome a new vine beast that is all covered in tropical flowers, which was really cool. Hallie got to do a really neat makeup for it. So it's like an open-faced headdress, helmet, mask thing. And also we made a new bear stilt costume. Signs, light boxes. Yeah. So it was a very cool party. Oh, and of course, obviously the giant stone look pillar, archway pillars thing that we made. I think Alan posted pictures of that in maybe a set design group. I'll see if he can post it for readers too. But yeah, it was a really big party. It was a really big project, and we rolled right into that post-trans world, and with a show that same weekend. It was crazy cakes. But it went really well, and right now we're working on our upcoming show, which is going to happen right before the massive solar eclipse that comes right through here, and this part of Texas is in the path of totality. So we're going to get 100% totality. Well, I guess that is what totality means. But it's going to be a really fun show. I'm really looking forward. I actually get to come see this show because I'll be working opening weekend at the Mythical Monster Museum. So we're going to actually have our Owlbear out there at Scarborough Renaissance Festival. And so I'm going to work all day there and then come back and go to work. And get to actually walk through the show, which is fun. I don't get to do that really ever, because I'm almost always in the show. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's see, other projects we've got coming up. We're making a bunch of costumes for that show that are gonna be really unique. I'm not gonna talk about that because I don't think he wants me to talk about the costumes that we're making for the show yet, but they're gonna be very weird.
Girl, I don't even know what's happening.
They're gonna be weird. One of them's made out of an umbrella. I spent a goodish chunk of this morning cutting bits out of an umbrella. We do weird things. But I'm excited that we're going to be making this guy into an owlbear. I guess we're going like Owlbear from the D&D movie, because that is a very different take on an owlbear than what is like the classic owlbear. But I really like the D&D movie Owlbear, so I'm not mad about it. How far is the Renaissance Fair from Plano? It is about an hour. About an hour. It's in Waxahachie, Texas. It's an hour south.
Yeah.
Hour south. Yeah. Not bad. Half an hour past Dallas proper. It is the second biggest Renaissance festival in Texas. Texas Renaissance Festival is further towards Houston, and it is gigantic. Scarborough is very large and definitely you should do it in more than one day, but Texas Renaissance Festival is nuts. I've only been once, and it is gigante. We definitely did not see the whole thing because we were only there for a day. But
We go for the weekend. Hey.
Get it, Alex!
We go for Thanksgiving weekend, and we're there 2 or 3 days, and we still don't cover everything.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
massive.
very large.
But they don't have a monster museum. So. And if you support us on Patreon at, I want to say, the $10 a month, you can show your Patreon support at the door of the Monster Museum and get in for free. It's only $5 otherwise, but if you support us on Patreon, that's a perk for you. Let's see. Texas Jigsaw Massacre. Sort of graphic, yeah. HBK Styles says, good evening, my fellow humanoids. Get a wife!
Mom's back.
Hi, wife.
Owlbear.
Well, his face is off, and we convinced him to wear a dust mask while we did it, which is awesome. PPE. Thank you, Scott Colehart, for posting the link to Scarborough Texas Renaissance Festival. That's srfestival.com. And there's some really incredible actors that are part of their street cast. For years and years, they have been one of the top ranked in the country for their street cast. They're really incredible. Cast with and she returns. But yeah, I am making some new gear this year for my character at the Monster Museum, and I'm pretty stoked about that. I picked up some fabric at that stop we made, at that really epic fabric stop.
You did.
Was that the way back from Iowa?
That's some good stuff.
Maybe. We found a really epic fabric place on the way home from one of our training trips, and so I bought some fabric for this express purpose that I'm now finally getting to use for aforementioned Renaissance. Oh, cool. David Quintanas got married at the Renaissance 43 years ago in costume. That is really cool. What is everyone's opinion on the new Beetlejuice movie trailer? I really liked it. Have you seen it yet? It looks good. And I saw an interview Edson sent me with Michael Keaton. Careful, it's fiberglassy. That said he was excited about it. Which, listen, if Michael Keaton's excited about it, I'm excited about it. Anything exciting happening, wife? What's our next Monster Camp?
Monster Camp 24.
24.
In 3 weeks. 24 in 3 weeks. We just had 23 with 10 students, and 24 is filling up. We have a camp every month. Every month.
Cass, I remember that. Do you remember the name of it? The name of what? Lady Voices plan on doing a 10-year renewal at our next year at our local rent fair. That's awesome. Jordan Easel says, do you think Shannon could pull off a Janine cosplay? The Ghostbusters secretary? Oh yeah, we got one. Janine from Ghostbusters.
Why Jordan? Hey, Ezekiel.
Not even wearing your glasses. Edson says I still sound better than he does.
Janine cosplay.
I can see it. I can see it. Smart little suits and glasses. We got one. The fabric outlet. Yes. What was the name of that fabric spot?
Girl.
Oh shoot. I sent it to you, but it's been a million years ago. I'll have to look it up.
It's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's in
It's over by Tulsa.
yeah, it's out by Tulsa. It's close to Claremore, I think. But yeah, out in kind of the middle of nowhere. If I remember what it is or can find what it is, Cat Swift, I'll post it in the Reader's group. But yeah, we've got exciting things happening. Weeby fabric and stuff. Yeah, I don't think that was it, but I want to say it was just something really boring, like the fabric outlet, or. But it's from an upholstery company. They sell all their offcuts and overstock and out dead stock and stuff. It was very cool.
It's in the 50s.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little chillier in here with the shop doors open, but I would prefer having it be a little chilly in here than be covered in fiberglass. Creative Duke says, what does dinner look for you guys that have to work the warehouse or the haunted house? Is it pizza, Jimmy John's, or bring your own grub? We do a mix. Sometimes we bring food. Sometimes there's leftover food from Monster Camp, which is what I had tonight. Cat says, I remember we were going nuts buying rolls. Yeah, there was a lot of fabric purchased that day. I showed remarkable restraint. I feel like, and only bought like 20 rolls.
What did you buy?
Fabric from that spot that we.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
remember what it's called?
Fabric Warehouse Bargain Land. I have no idea. I don't know.
All right, back to business. You're on the Ozbot.
I think I need to be called.
See, did you send something to me?
I did. I need a printout of that. Do we have a step ladder nearby?
Probably not nearby. I think we.
There used to live one? Okay.
Ozbot was like, nope, back to the bear. And you're back to me. Hi. Ken Zarish says hello. Edson asks, what do you think about the upcoming Beetlejuice movie?
It's fine.
Says he thinks it's fine. Thank you, Scott Colehart, for the brush fire link. Jordan asks, which version of Janine do you think she's well suited for? Ghostbusters 1 or 2? I'd have to look at a picture, I think. I just have a vague Janine-shaped character in my mind. I can't picture what she's actually wearing or how her hair is. But yeah, I think she could totally pull that off. Absolutely. He's a chair like the guy from Monster Camp. No. I saw that. Listen, sometimes you can't stop them. They just
Stop OSHA violation.
come with me and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations. Listen, we were good. PPE'd, fan, vented out. Like,
I'm still kind of there.
yeah. And that is I think that is the first time I've ever seen Alan actually agree to use PPE. So yay.
Do you want my step ladder?
Yes.
Robert Ryan says, wasn't that played by Annie Potts? Yeah, I think so. Ken Zarish asks, how's everyone doing?
How's what?
How's everyone doing?
Great. I'm doing great.
Ozbot's got your back. Was Janine in Ghostbusters Annie Potts?
I think so.
Yeah, that tracks. Carrie Goff says, hello all, I'm late. It seems I missed Tales of Bargain Fabric and there's a bear, so everything's normal then. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, there's a faceless bear.
Let's see if we can get you. Faceless bear. Ken Zarish says, good to hear. Yeah, things are going okay.
I'm envisioning the owlbear inside of the bear. I feel like his neck is too long.
Are you going, we were speculating on this while you were gone. Are you going for like indie movie Owlbear?
Well, this isn't wide enough for that,
Okay.
so I have to go.
Is this an Owlbear cub?
No, it's just not wide enough. And that's what I'm looking at now. He has a lot of neck. And owls, they have no neck.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to actually cut his head off straight back. And then I can set it down on top of the neck a little bit. And then I can build out with foam and cord. Thank you.
Jordan says, just come with me and you'll be in a world of flavorful hydration. That's the question. Ken Zarish says, the bear says, feed me, Seymour. Feed me, Seymour. That's good. We go again. The PPE goes on. Cat Swift asks, could you just build up the shoulders?
Could I what?
Could you just build up the shoulders?
Then the arms are too low. If I want to change the fewest amount of things,
Sean Fenner asks, will the bear be static or animatronic when done?
static. If I was doing an animatronic, I'd probably just start from the ground zero.
Jordan Easel wants to know if you think Shannon could dress up like Janine.
I didn't expect you to be that sexist. I think that a woman can dress any way that they want and not be persecuted for such things. Would I, as a husband, stop my wife from dressing a certain way? Yes. But I shouldn't say that on the internet.
Edson says, get the fall harness and a hard hat for the bear.
I think he's past hard hat damage. That was. Nope, not saying that.
Choices were made.
I almost said, but did not. Let's move the camera so they can see my bear slot. And I'm just going to move the camera so they can see the bear.
Rob says, knees count as points of contact. Sure. Jordan Easel says, you still think wives are not people? Edson, Ezekiel says, sounds like the bear is not enjoying that. Edson says, good thing Alan's lost all that weight. Good job, by the way, so the stool is appropriate.
I'm about 40 pounds. I'm down 40 pounds now.
Cat Swift says, balancing the bear is not scary enough. Now we're balancing Alan. Rob O'Brien says, better than your bear hole.
My bear hole has been exposed.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Things are fine. I love that the captioning thought you meant barrel roll.
Great, I'm glad it did.
Do a barrel roll.
There are some comments I want no evidence of.
Yeah. Ezekiel says bear slot goes into new song names. Edson says, woohoo, great job, buddy. Ken Zarish says bear necessities. Look for the bear necessities.
You want to know how we got these scars? Things are fine. Listen, if there's ever an investigation and there's a chance I killed someone, you better check inside of one of these puppies.
Yeah.
Because I could totally put a person down in there and then seal it back up, no problem. Not that that is what crosses my mind all the time.
Rob O'Brien says, heads!
It was actually, it was tails. It was tails up.
Jordan, I'm not going to read that. Edson Gluck says, bear peg A goes into bear slot C, head goes down the hole. Ken Zarish says, that makes it sound like a robotic roaring bear.
Thanks, wife.
Good?
Yeah. Thanks.
Ezekiel says, murderer! Warmonger says, Texas Sawzall massacre.
You gotta admit, the fan's working really well for everybody but Alex,
Yep,
who's directly on the other side of the fan.
choices were made. June Ritchie says, gosh, I had to go out of my shop to fix something. It looks like the bear lost that battle to Alan the Slayer.
That happens.
Ike Camacho says, don't want to see you on 60 Minutes. Owlbear says, I left for 30 minutes only to come back to Alan planning out where he would hide bodies. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Ezekiel says, if the occasion ever arose, I'm sure most haunters could cover their tracks. Jordan Easel asked, is this going to be a bear with an owl's head?
Ish, yes. That's
Edson
kind
said,
of what, if you want to know, it's going to be one of these puppies.
an owlbear.
It's an owlbear.
Edson says, the smell from a rotting human would instantly penetrate that fiberglass. The smell would be horrendous. Creative Doof says, tragedy struck the 100 Acre Woods today when a craftsman decapitated Winnie the Pooh.
No, see,
Rob O'Brien says, oh bother.
See, in Texas, we have massive amounts of fire ants. If you just drill a hole big enough in the bottom of the foot for the ants to get in, they will take care of it for you.
We're cracking up David Quintana. Diane Parrish says, just got here. I missed something good, I can tell.
No, this is normal.
Things are fine.
Things are fine. Sorry, bud.
He just cut his head off and he was sorry for whacking him with the thing.
It hurts to get hit in the shin by something. I just whacked him in the shin with a ladder, so I apologized. What's that, Alex?
Well, it was in my mouth, but if I put it on the umbrella, collapsibility, it's not going to collapse. Black felt.
I think that you need a mouth that sits on the very end of that piece, flat, and go smaller. Think about scale. I'd probably do your mouth like the size of a 5-gallon bucket opening.
Cat Swift says, you guys know way too much about hiding a body. Edson says, never thought of using fire ants. We usually use pigs. Ezekiel says, on today's class, we learned how to murder and cover evidence. Rob O'Brien says, not like you can complain now. Jordan Easel says, Pooh Bear and Owl had a run-in with Mad Madam Mim. She combined them. Angie Rogers says, what up?
Hello.
Edson says, Alan should have pre-painted it to resemble Pooh.
There was discussion about lightening the bear.
Ezekiel says, Frankenbear. Creative Doof says, just make a 3D print of Alan's head, paint it up real nice and lifelike. Then you have Alan Bear guarding the shop or greeting those who enter the haunted house.
You have to, if I make a big statue of me, people would have to leave a white monster at it every year on my birthday.
Yeah, that tracks. Ken Zarish says should be whistling Jeepers Creepers while doing the cutting. JH says, so it's just bare body now?
Yes. That's the bear part of the bear is the body. The owl part of the owlbear is the head.
Angie Rogers says, love my bear mask you made me a few years back, collecting dragons. Ezekiel says he really means it when he says he's going to fight it. Who knew the weapon of choice was a sawzall? 1980 says chopping heads can be grisly at times. Ba-doom.
That was funny.
Did you hear that? 1980, he said that was funny.
You guys shouldn't make jokes. And when you do, I don't think you appreciate the bear ring of this project. It's a bear ring. It's a ring that's made from a bear. It's a bear ring.
Has a real regal bearing.
Yeah.
Ezekiel says you better check inside. Someone might have already put a victim in there.
I saw none.
Daniel Caruso says, are you going to use the bear head for another monster?
No. Well, it's going to be for this.
1980 says, ask Alan about the different types of glue.
There's all kinds of glue.
Creative Dude says, so should a real bear be afraid of Alan?
Only because I'm a person. Oh yeah. I don't want to lower someone down in this.
Alex!
Like, get up there and look down.
Dang.
Yeah, like someone could fit in there.
Yeah, that's cool. Ross Richard says, Alan, that joke was unbearable. 1980 says, bear guts might have poo inside.
That was funny too.
Yeah, that's much more owlbear silhouette.
Way more Owlbear. The years have got to go. Frankly, I'm afraid of that
Yeah.
because they're going to be so thick. Oh, they're not too bad.
Do you want to like clamp him to the table?
Do I even want to use this?
Or do you want to just sculpt him a new head?
I should have thought of that before I cut his snout off. Then I would have had a whole bear's head
Well, you do still have the snout.
as opposed
You can put
to.
him back together. Jordan Easel asks, can we see down in there? Yes, you can. Hang on. You guys want to see an empty body?
I think this is the best course of action to keep the bear head.
There you go. Inside the bear.
This is our owlman mask.
Go get the Owlman mask. Go get the Owlman mask.
Oh, man, you could just put that dang thing on there. What?
Maybe. Let's see.
It's pretty big.
Let's see. Because of who I am as a person, I already have an Owlman mask, which
course.
is massive.
Ken Zurish says, body go down the bear hole. Is that a, oh gosh, it's not Animaniacs, it's the
Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons, the Tiny Toons joke. Boat go
Won't
down the hole, yeah.
Won't go down the hole. That was Daffy Duck.
Nice. Creative Duke says that area should be reserved for people that don't pay. Tom Pepper says, as a child, I remember my grandpa always saying, if you're going to be a bear, be an owlbear. Ezekiel says Cocaine Bear took a wrong turn at Plano. Yeah, really, our thing was much more heroin.
See, this is why
Yeah.
we need to disinfect the bear.
Disinfect the bear. 1980 says 5-minute epoxy, good as new. Creative Noob says bottomless pit. Jordan Nielsen says thanks, that was cool, you're welcome. 1980 says barely noticed the missing head. Cat Swift says you can hear his wheels spinning.
Not quite.
Not quite big enough. Oh man, very nearly though. He just needs like a back of the head build out.
This guy has seen better days, huh?
Yeah.
Let's.
Feathers
I think
are hard.
Owlman is being retired.
Okay.
He had us one season.
He did. He had a good run. That was. Ross Richard says step 2, put owl mask on.
So the Owlbear was played by a guy named Derek.
Oswald.
It was played by many people first, and then we landed on a guy named Derek. And everybody complained that they couldn't see well enough to work in it. And so finally I get to Derek and I'm like, you've done it for 3 nights. So you can see out of it no problem. He's like, no, I can't see anything. He's like, I just don't care.
That's
All
our
right,
guy.
man, great.
That's our guy.
That's what I want to hear, I guess.
David Quintana says that is disturbing. Ross Richard says putting that on will be a hoot.
Might be keeping this.
Poor owl man. I want to say that got made my first year here. And now Ozbot is wearing the owl man. Ozbot is like, no, why? Why you do this to me?
So we have the rake. Well, Owlman was in the old wood shack, which is now Trapper Shack. The Trapper Cabin.
Oh, cabin.
Cabin.
In my head, that's still the Tracker Shack.
Well, no, Tracker Shack
Was the different one?
was the one up front,
Yeah.
which is now Crazy Jim's.
Yes. David Quintana. Creative Doom says owl vision. Did he just tear the pecker off that owl?
I saw what they sent. I saw, and that was really funny.
Nick Jenny says it's Alan's old Hooter outfit. Mike Camacho says, ouch. Oh my gosh, Diane Parrish, thank you. She just super chatted us $20.
Probably because they're laughing so hard.
I suspect that's Angie Rogers says, still got my monster dolls y'all made me too. Loving the bear so far.
Sweet. Okay.
Thank you, Diane.
Very kind. Hey, Alex, where's your old mouth? Because Owlbear happened to need little winglets.
Oh, they do.
Little winglets right here. That is almost, it's almost like she made them
For
for
this
this.
express for
Look. Look how good that is.
That's gorgeous.
That's pretty good.
Hell yeah, Alex.
Thanks, Alex. Taking your amount of bits.
Diane Parrish says you all are fun. Thank you, Diane.
Okay.
We have a good time. Most of the time. Angie Rogers says they scare people. We do scare people. Professionally.
Alright, I've got a hot glue gun going. And I'm going to hot glue some aluminum foil around down there. And I will use that to help hold up spray foam. So I can build up from there.
1980 says maybe foam block carve a new head.
I'll probably build up with spray foam. And then I'm going to use epoxy clay over that.
Jordan Easel says y'all are fun. For a second, it looked like you had like that laminar flow. I forgot how you say that.
Am I a Venus lamp?
How'd I do?
Pretty close. Oh lordy, going up. Angie Rogers says pizza time. Wish I could share it with you.
I can't eat pizza till Saturday. That's my diet cheat day.
Cat Swift says, can you lay the bear long ways on the table to work on the head?
I wouldn't be able to see it properly. Need to go a little bigger.
Beverly Margaret says, this Brave remake is brutal. If you could change your fate, would you? 1980 says, Shogu's Pizza Massacre. Warmonger wants to know what diet you're on, Alan.
I'm on a diet called the slow carb diet, SLOWCARB diet. And you have to take 1 day a week off and eat whatever you want on that 1 day in order to keep losing weight.
Plastic Ninja says, oh man, I came back and his whole head is off. Ezekiel said he's barely eating.
One of the things I really like about it is the whole cheat day on Saturday, because it's easy to say no on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when I know I can have it on Saturday. So it's not like there's an undetermined amount of time I'm going to be on the diet. I like knowing Saturday I can have what I want.
Ross Richard says, I had to put a ladder together the other day. I had to do it step by step. These are the jokes.
Are they?
I mean, technically.
Can we do better?
Not for free.
Hold on now, I don't think the Patreon jokes are better. And they're not.
1980 says, Alan is working with the remnant. John C. says, Haunted Swamp prompts. I looked up the Vine. It uses pneumatics and motors.
Well, yes, but in what? That's like saying Mexican food is meat, cheese, and vegetables in a tortilla. That's all of it, but specifically, what does it do to get that movement? Because its movement, it's not a 4-bar mechanism. There's a screw drive over the top of it. Aluminum lollipop. That was to the tune of Personal Jesus, in case you're wondering.
Your own personal bare neck. Warmonger says, I've been strict keto for 6 years, starting to get tired of it.
So, yeah, I'm telling you what, man, this Saturday is a game changer. That I can have whatever I want then. Massive for the psychological part of it.
Thank you, Scott Colehart, for the brush fire link and for the slow carb diet link. Angie Rogers asks, how are the animals doing?
How's what?
The animals?
The animals are good.
Ross Richard asks, would a foam plug work better than the tinfoil? That way it's removable.
I'm about to make a foam plug.
Ike Camacho says, I'm craving an enchilada now. I don't know what is an enchilada.
Meat, cheese, and vegetables.
In a tortilla?
Yeah. Taco, burrito.
What's coming out your speaker?
That's all.
You got trouble. Ooh, you blowing bubbles. Ken Zarish says you can make the bear shine, cover it with goo.
I could. Alexa, what's an enchilito? She's too quiet. You know what? I miss seeing the doggos also.
Sames. You get to see him every night.
That's true.
It's from Taco Bell, apparently. Melissa Lair says, hey friends. Hey Melissa.
Hello!
Hey Melissa, has Shannon reached out to you yet about the hotel? "1980 says, crooks robbing the Reynolds Wrap warehouse. Attempts were foiled. Creative Juve asks, do you guys work with LED or rice lights? Just asking.
Yep. I normally work in 5mm LEDs. That's what I put in masks. For other types of LEDs, I have tech people for that.
Melissa Lair says she did earlier today. Thank you. She also promised me floofs in July. Heck yeah. Listen, if Melissa's coming out to swim in the pool, I'm coming too.
Okay.
I'm super glad. We had our Patreon meeting today, and that was part of what we were talking about.
And now, we wait. Yes, I could go grab some EVA foam and start working on a base for this.
It is.
Yeah. So, tell a fun story.
Okay, so Melissa Lair, who is looking forward to it, is going to be coming to visit in July. She's going to be coming to visit in July because we are going to be working together to make some really awesome miniature terrain. So we're getting excited to launch the upcoming new YouTube channel, and that's going to be largely focused on tabletop terrain. We're eventually going to play D&D, and so it's going to be called RPG eventually. And we're going to probably take a trip out to Neighbor Miniatures and look at some cool mini stuff and tell some people about the terrain, and we're going to make some terrain while she's here. So we should have that on Patreon as well. We're going to do some recordings there, and we're going to do some lives there while we're making terrain. And yeah, we're really excited. Creepy small stuff for the win. Yes. I just did my first preliminary sketches of what's going to be our DM screen for Alan. The Monster Museum on there and some other cool stuff. Very excited. We're going to be playing in a fictionalized version of a fictionalized version of a real place in England. So I feel like we have to do it some kind of creative justice in that regard. We're shooting some cool stuff at the Monster Museum this season to support that project too. So yeah, we're pretty excited. It's gonna be good times. And should come down and spend it like a goodish chunk of a week, I think, with us here. So yeah, Monster Camp leads to all sorts of cool things, guys. Just saying. And we were scheming at Transworld on this, so we're all pretty excited. Welcome back.
I'm back-ish.
Back-ish. Okay. John C. asked, oh, we was talking about Hunter's Walk. Never mind. Just kidding. You guys are cross-chatting to each other. All good. But yeah, I'm gonna make some cool small things. And like, I think the nice thing about doing like miniature terrain is that a lot of the techniques that you use in that are not terribly dissimilar to how we make stuff on the large scale.
Yeah.
Just a matter of scale, really. So that's exciting. You're back on the Ozbot. Cat Swift says, one of my terrain buddies lives in Snyder, Texas, and has been making terrain for decades. Once you get up and going, you bring him over to the channel. Heck yeah. Going to bring him to the channel, yes. Melissa Lair says it just gets made faster, which is fun. Yeah. She's booping. What you looking for?
Alexa, what's the circumference of a circle with a diameter of 14 inches?
All the time. Cat Swift says, I've been swapping tips and tricks between the two communities for years now. Everybody wins. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And you're back on the Ozbot, who has given up on you.
What's with your fascination with the bear?
He might be turned all the way around. There you go. Little buddy. 1980 asked, will the body be feathered out?
No. It'll be rigid. We'll sculpt some feathers on it.
Think you're gonna be sawzalling anymore? Or
No.
do we kill the fan?
I think you can kill the fan.
You can kill the fan. It makes lots of noise whenever it can.
I think that you guys should be very proud of our use of protective gear.
Yeah. Where's our head pats? Scott Colehart says, enchilada, I assume you mean the enchilito, as the trademark name of Taco Bell's. It's a flour tortilla filled with seasoned ground beef taco meat, beans, diced onions, cheddar cheese, and red sauce.
I'm in.
Rob O'Brien says it's the bear in the room.
Okay, so I just made this. Now, as is our way, we have to make 5 more.
Things are fine.
She said that circumference was like 40 some inches, 48, 40.
What's the measurement you need?
Alexa, what's the circumference of a circle with a diameter of 14 inches?
The circumference of a circle with a diameter of 14 inches is 43.98 inches.
So this is going to be not bad. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Ding-ding-ding. There they are, standing in a row. 2, 3, 4. Big one, small one. Some of them big as you can.
I have now used up all the knowledge I have of the words of that song.
You and me both. Oh, Robert's razor knife. Why are you so good?
They're good.
They're good.
Cut your pinky finger clean off.
Trim your nails with the knuckle.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:27 p.m.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Sure does. Or when you're cutting up a bear.
John C. Says diameter times 3.14.
Yeah, but I just have Alexa do that part.
English major. I was promised there would be no math.
What you just said was math, and That there is a math machine. This here is not. Tell you what, man, the slider practice, they don't mess around. They get in, they slide 12 times, they leave. They're fast.
7:45.
They don't poke around like the sill walkers do.
Ross Richards says, hey Stacy and Melissa, Squidmar, Black Magic Crafts, and Tabletop Witchcraft are really good to watch about making scattered terrain for D&D. They're all on YouTube. Heck yeah.
I watch Squidmar.
I watch Black Magic Crafts, but I'll definitely add Tabletop Witchcraft and Squid.
I started so in Snake Mountain that I'm making right now, I'm making Merman's Sanctum. And since he is a water creature, he has a little sea pool that connects to underwater tubes.
The tubes.
And that he can get up into the castle via his own route. So I'm making that little well deal. I just started it yesterday.
Nice. Dead End Yarn Hunt says a cocaine bear. John C says she knows everything.
Someone contacted me to make a cocaine bear for their haunt.
They did.
I was really excited, and then they ghosted me.
Rude.
They didn't even tell them how much I was charging. They just ghosted right in the middle.
Yeah, cocaine will do that.
Okay.
Cat Swift says tabletop is more engineering based, black magic is more spontaneous. Noted.
More spontaneous.
Leave be.
Make little things.
Both are great. Heck yeah. Adding them to my YouTube right now.
Have you seen Nerd Forge?
Yeah.
They're from some other country.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some contact cement.
I know there is some in the mold room. Creative Doof, I'll ask him as soon as he gets back. All right, Tabletop Witchcraft, subscribed. Squidmar. Subscribed. Thank you, thank you.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to see me cry.
Creative Doof asked, will each of the He-Man villains have their own diorama scene? That'd be cool.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Melissa Lair says, I love Nerd Forge.
Yeah, they're good cats.
Catch your Osbot again. Little buddy. Creative Doof says, thanks. Ken Zarish says, what do you get if you cross a skunk with a bear? Winnie the PU. Melissa Lair says, her structure and terrain projects are epic. Diane Parrish says, I like those masks behind the bear.
Oh, those are Monster Camp masks. That's what me and Rue made for Monster Camp.
Cat Swift says, Black Magic hasn't been doing many new vids, working on another project, but his library is great.
Use up all my PPE worries for the Fiberglass.
Sure.
That will take too long, so we're gonna stack them up.
Same time, man, same time.
Stack them up.
Dead End Yarn Hunt says, Taco Casa has a chilada, which is an enchilada on steroids. Noted. Man, I love Taco Casa.
So I enjoyed Taco Casa when I first got to Texas. They have a taco burger,
Yeah, they do.
and it's tasty. If you eat 4 of them in a day,
Oh God.
you're fine. But once you hit 5, you would think it was Greek food because it turns a part of your body into Mount Vesuvius.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Creative Doof says, just say that the masks are Rue-ware. Yeah, like Taco Casa was the like forbidden fruit of my childhood because we didn't have one in town, and there was one in Lake Worth, which is like half an hour away. The only occasion in which we would get to have it is when I had like softball games or something, and oh man,
I
I
feel
was very
like
excited.
a health inspector sees pictures of a kitchen and they're like, this will never pass.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're like, it's Taco Casa. Oh, that's fine then.
It's attached to a gas
Yeah,
station.
It's
like,
okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I Camacho says that's at least 2 hours on the pot.
These standards of cleanliness are not the same.
Like, it is like the most like ballpark food, you know? Like they have like the ballpark nacho cheese, like this came in a can, and I love it.
A
but
delicious can.
It's delicious can.
Most of my meals come in a can right now, and I do not mind them.
They have a taco light, which is in no way light whatsoever, but it's a deep fried like flour tortilla for your taco.
Flour tortillas are where it's at.
It is known. David Quintana says, I remember Taco Hut in San Antonio was, when I was a child, the best.
I live in a mixed household. I prefer flour tortillas. My wife prefers corn tortillas because she enjoys eating cardboard that food comes in. Hope she's not watching.
Shannon's like, I'm right here. Creative Deer says, Taco Casa sounds like a place that only the bravest or the most foolish travelers would venture to. You are correct.
So I did not measure these really in any way. I completely winged this circle design. I made 6. I think I need 5.
We'll put together 5 and see where it lands.
Exactly. I couldn't need 4. Now I vape.
So much baiting.
And while I vape, Stacy will tell you a story. I'm gonna go change back into my other shirt.
Super.
This shirt, look at this shirt. This
Hey!
is the new dark out shirt.
So clean.
I'm not allowed to get it dirty.
Did he take that out of the shop? Yes. Yes, he did. So yeah, Monster Museum stuff's happening. Very exciting. Since you guys have me for a minute, ask me anything. Dad in your house says Taco Casa is awesome. Absolutely. So let's see. Exciting things happening in my world. Sunday, my youngest is moving out. Gray, who you watch the channel often, you remember Gray. She is leaving to go to the Disney College program. She'll be there until August. Shannon says, I'm a Texan, therefore corn tortillas are required. And yes, I am watching. See? Life is always watching. You need 5, you need to have a base of 8.5 inches. Caragops is a good shirt. Oh boy, I'm feeling the need. Darn it, Alan. The struggle is real. But yeah, and then we'll be full-time empty nesters, which is exciting. And weird, very weird, because we have 3 kids, and this is the last of them. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. It is going to be weird to come back and not be berated about something about Taylor Swift.
Should I begin my Taylor Swift era?
Yeah. Alex is going to have to step up for Grace, and she won't be here. How's mom doing with the youngest moving out? I'm doing really good. Like, it's a weird thing, because I had my first one at 17, So I've never been an adult with no children living at home, and it agrees with me. She was gone for college for a couple of months, and yeah. Oh, I also like my shirt. Thank you. Somebody brought me this from sale. Maybe this was a Shannon gift. I have a lot of black T-shirts, and they come from strange places. Did we get a moth in here?
Something has flown in here. I'm hoping it's.
I think it's a moth. I think it's up there on the thing. Let's
Oh,
see.
well, there's another one over
Oh,
there,
we got bonus moth.
and that one's flying like a jackrabbit.
Exciting program. She's gonna love it. Do you have some strange dreams by the monsters that you make in your shop? Oh, that's Alan's question. Do you make some unusual creatures? I don't know about Alan, though I imagine he does dream about haunted house stuff, but I knew that this was the gig for me when I started dreaming about haunted house layouts. This was a Shannon gift. That's right, I thought it was a Shannon gift because you guys weren't up there to train, right? It is one of my faves. I wear it often. Cotton ball moths. There's Sadie. Yeah, she is still terrified of cotton balls. I may try and sneak one into her luggage. Daniel Caruso says emptiness is bittersweet. Yeah, they're all doing good. My oldest is working and living in a house with his friends. Our middle is in her junior year of college and is about to take over the facility that she works in. And Gray now is doing good in college and is going to be doing the Disney program and then moves into an apartment after she gets done with that. So yeah, so they're all doing good. I feel like we did good by and large. Cat Swift says, I had friends that were devastated. I was fine, happy to see them start the next step in life. Sky Kohler says, good for her, congrats. Yeah, it's good, it's nice. They're doing their thing, and it's also nice to be in a spot that they want to come home and visit when they're, when they're homesick and they're missing us, and that's good. When I was that age, I couldn't drag me back into the house with chains, so it's nice that they're excited about coming to see us and stuff. Also happy to know what was in the fridge that would still be there in the morning. Oh yeah, like the weirdest thing after my son moved out is like buying a gallon of milk is no longer like oh, this is bad because no one eats 10 bowls of cereal at a go. So yeah, but also on the downside of that, no one eats leftovers. Tony and I struggle with leftovers, but we did have some bottomless pit garbage disposal children, and so they would eat all their leftovers. And now it's like, oh, the fridge is full of leftovers. We should throw these away. Proud Mama Bear, yeah. Creative Doof says, never hurts to ask. With a hardcore player of those Heretic, Hex, and PC shareware games, I'd be creeped out the main program when I shared those dreams. No worry, they weren't graphic. Yeah, no, like I have dreams where I am in a haunted house, and like it takes me a minute in the dream to realize that's what's happening, because it's like it starts out as a very scary experience, and then all of a sudden I realize, oh, it's a haunted house, and then I start looking at how it like works and comes together, and like I dreamed that it was a haunted house where you're in like a crashed spaceship and you get sucked out into space, and there was a whole like hall of mirrors room that looked like space that just went off into forever. It was really cool, and I woke up and I was like, I have to write this down. Like, so that's fun. But yeah, we do a lot of stuff that sort of seeps into your unconscious mind. The question, Alan, is do you have strange dreams by the monsters that you make in your shop? I mean, you do make some unusual creatures.
No, not at all. My dreams are normally normal dreams, people dreams. Okay, I do have a weird dream thing though. All of my dreams happen in a dream world that stays consistent from dream to dream. Not all. Let's say 40% of them fall into this dream world. There are dreams that are just outside of that situation. But most of my dreams, 40%, are in a dream world that consistently Like I might dream on Tuesday night that a building burns down. Wednesday night, if I drive down that road, that building is burned down. Like that's how consistent it is.
Kara Goff says, I regularly dream up the next step of whatever I'm making. Sleeping on a problem is very real for crafters, I think. Oh yeah, absolutely. Daniel Caruso says, that's an awesome shirt, Alan.
Thank you. This was free at Transworld like 2 years ago,
Nice.
1 year ago. They were down by the back wall. Scareware, the Vault Mask Company?
Yeah.
I think this is Scareware though. Maybe this is from the Vault Mask Company.
Ken Zarish says, when I asked the bear about his favorite pop song, he said it's Koala Me Maybe.
It's what?
Koala Me Maybe. Call Me Maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is
That was-
crazy, but I'm an owlbear.
Ken, that wasn't a good one. Minus 20 points from House Hufflepuff. I'm going to reapply because the edge of this phone is thirsty.
Yeah,
Like a lady on Instagram.
and you didn't butter it first, so. What doing?
Paint on my feet first.
Yeah, paint them toofs.
When you're free, Alex, if you want to cut out some claws for an owlbear, I wouldn't be opposed.
Okay.
Big dagger-like claws.
What did we do? At one point we had little bear claws.
These will not be little. If you look at the reference,
They weren't little,
they're
they
going to be
were big ones.
big claws.
They were not.
Yeah.
1980 says, I went to a teddy bear contest. There was some stife competition? Steve competition? Is that a kind of teddy bear?
German teddy bears.
Uh-huh. Is it Steve?
You know the kind that look a little scary?
Yeah.
You can clearly see their joints.
Uh-huh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And their arms like action figure teddy bears.
Yeah. Creative Duke says, it's nice to hear the wind outside and wind and outside air in the shop. Yes. We're keeping it ventilated tonight.
We are in the couple weeks of the year where it's nice out. Not, you know, oh God, the sun, the pain, the sun.
Lord, howdy.
It's got some clothes.
That's what I imagine when the owl got in my chicken pen.
Oh no, yeah.
Those.
Chicken, what?
She said
The
that.
owl got in my chicken pen.
Yeah.
This is what I saw.
Yeah.
David Quintana asks, is there an origin story behind Owlbear?
Yes, they were made by wizards doing dark experiments, and then it got away from them. And now there is a population of owlbears.
Oops, all
I believe that
owlbears.
owlbears were heavy in the realms,
Forgotten Realms?
Forgotten Realms. Yeah. I know the realms. They're like, there's something before the realms.
Creative.
Which is the world that Baldur's Gate is set in.
Creative Duke says, oh, I know, I live a distance from you. Yeah. It's lovely right now. Daniel Caruso says, have to hit the sack, guys. Great to talk to you. Have a good night. See you next time.
Daniel, thank you for hanging out with us. We
Good night.
appreciate it. I'm going to get this circle together, and then I'll probably wrap it up for the night.
Yeah.
I might do one more layer of foam on this.
Later of foam
More
on the
Bayer
barrel.
blown.
It's my cloth too, Freddy Krueger.
Does it have the right amount of hook? I don't think it has enough hook. Needs a little more hook.
No, it does look like viscera coming out of the top of the
Oh yeah. Straight severed owlbear, severed bear head.
You've properly severed the bear head.
He was covered in dust.
Oops, on fiberglass.
Why'd you move away?
I've gotten spray foam in my hair one too many times.
Past trauma is the answer.
Past trauma. Creative Doof says, springtime in Texas is a short-lived thing due to how bipolar our climate out here is. It was summer a few days ago. Yeah, and like winter a few days before that.
Sometimes it's winter in the morning and summer in the afternoon.
It is known. John C. says, my brother-in-law is driving your way to photograph the eclipse through his 4 different telescopes. That's awesome.
What part is he headed to?
1980 says, when you mix an Owlbear and a Tootsie Pop, you get an Owlbear.
We're going to open on April 6th, which is the Saturday before the eclipse on Monday, so that we can do a special eclipse show. And if you come, you'll get eclipse viewing glasses that are branded for dark hour.
Yeah. Shannon says, goodness, handsome.
She means me.
I think she does.
I think. Watch this. It's just fun to throw something in someone's eye hole.
1980 says, it's all about the licks.
3.
1, 2, 3. I never made it without biting. Creative Doof says, oh yeah, enjoy the eclipse. I have to work. Boo.
That's stinky.
Yeah, they're like closing schools and stuff, and
That's because we're in totality.
we are.
The traffic will just be too bad anyway.
Yeah.
We're assuming people care about the eclipse.
Listen, our only goal is to play Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart. For it lasts a minute shorter than the totality of the eclipse.
I see.
Because once upon a time, we're falling in love. Now we're only falling apart. And so we wait.
Yeah, I'm waiting on contact cement to dry.
You got some hair going on today.
I just don't have it in a ponytail.
Yeah.
I have it in a ponytail. So.
You got the Fabio flip. Creative Doof says, yeah, but retail's gonna retail. It is known.
What flavor of retail are you in, Creative Doof? Did you tell me once and I forgot?
It's entirely possible. I forgot that Shannon brought me this shirt. I was like, I think maybe Shannon brought me this. It's like, oh, you're right. You guys went trained there. Warmonger asks, did you spritz your foam with water?
The lower level was spritzed with water. I did not spritz the upper level.
1980 says solar storms can be visible during totality. That's cool.
Nice.
Almatra Art says, hello everyone, great to catch you live.
Almatra art.
Ba ba ba. Oh, he works at Creative Doof says Ross.
Ooh! Ross, right now, Ross Dress for Less. They actually have Masters of the Universe figures at Ross, which did not sell well at regular retail, and Ross is a discount outlet chain.
Hey.
So I actually swing by 2 or 3 Rosses every now and then to see what Masters of the Universe figures they have. Right now, they often have Snakeface and Dragon Blaster Skeletor from Wave 8.
Nice. Creative Doof says, give me a head full of hair, long beautiful
Long,
hair,
beautiful hair.
shining, streaming, gleaming, flaxing, waxing.
So that song gets mixed up in my head with the song War.
Oh, good God,
What
yo.
is it good for hair?
Absolutely.
Nothing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why.
Almatra Art says, thank you.
I'm waiting on contact cement to dry.
This is the exciting time. John C. says, is there anything written about if a lunar eclipse affects werewolves?
There is sayings that they will have an issue when the moon blocks the sun. They will wolf out, and they can't control it. So, there you go.
All I saw in my head was, it's our time. Woo! Wait. Huh?
Ross Richard
Yeah, 4
says,
minutes.
my nickname was DFL, aka Dress for Less, when I worked at Publix. 1980 says, snake face. It never showed on my local shelves. Boo.
I have I have 3 snake faces.
So you need snake face? We got snake face.
So not all of my action figure projects turn out, and I can show you one that is definitely not turning out.
David Quintana says, thanks for putting up with this old man. Always good to watch you all.
It is good to have you. So this doesn't look terrible. Oh, I can't do it on this one. It's got to be the other camera. It keeps moving to my face when I try to show my phone. So if you look, looks kind of like an action figure. Okay, those are Snake Face's arms. You might recognize, but
It's got cool heart.
sideways, this is me trying to make a slide from the Thundercats. And yeah.
1980 asks, if a full moon is the reflection of sunlight, how do werewolves not wolf during the day?
Because the moon is a false reflection. It's not sunlight. It is sunlight reflected off of the sun's dark twin, the moon. Because a lot of people thought they were the same size because they appear to be the same size because of distance. So there's that.
Dead End Yard House says, hey, I worked for Publix in high school. Creative Dude says, Ross is so-so in terms of employment. It isn't all about toys, although I do pick a lot of them off of the floor.
Yeah, every time I go to a Ross, it's like it was in Guam or something where there's crap. I expect the chicken to fly across the ceiling. It's rough as far as store maintenance goes most of the time.
Creative Dude says the moon is a mirror for sunlight.
Yes. Okay. We're going dome it. Did I put another one on? I'm going to do 2 twos. I think I'll do a third.
Creative Dude said, yeah, very rough.
Very what?
Rough. Either your action figure or working with Ross.
That action figure was rough.
Creative Dude says, which is ironic considering that werewolves are nocturnal beasts.
But that was a $8 Godzilla mixed with a $5 snake face arms.
$8 Godzilla was my dance name in college.
That's a good one.
Creative Dude says working at Ross. Shady groovy, eh?
There's plaster on it.
Ah.
It's still good food.
What jerk did that?
It's just a little plastery. It's still good. It's still good.
I blame Rue.
Yeah, it's probably rude. He's not here to defend himself.
Definitely.
1980 says, imagine being a more logical lore where imagine a more logical lore where vampires are weakened during a full moon due to the sunlight reflected, and werewolves can overpower them.
That is in. There's a gaming set that has that as part of their lore. Is it Werewolf the Apocalypse?
Boy, it's been a hot minute since I played any werewolf. Dead End Yardhunt asks, could a vampire come out in a total eclipse?
Yes.
Briefly.
As long as the sun's not there. I'd go hang out for totality.
Yeah. Creative Dude says, maybe I can find some creature making places in San Antonio to work at.
So, total eclipse, the heart is 1 minute shorter than totality.
No, I think it's like a couple of seconds shorter than totality.
Okay,
Like,
and after that, we should play. No. My Corona.
it might be a minute shorter.
How is this? This is Domish.
Domesk.
It's a Domish Isle.
Listen, I have meatball hat trauma.
Stacy, want to jump on this and finish
Nope.
it?
No, sure don't. Melissa Lair asks, Alan, can I use wet clay if I'm making the mold from silicone?
Yes, you can. Wet clay will not inhibit silicone.
Creative Duke says, vampires can stroll through daylight hours, they just don't have their vampire powers.
Well,
I guess it depends on the lore.
depends on the lore. A lot of times, the sun just kills them dead.
1980 says, that's a weird time for a vamp to declare they're part of the LGBTQ. And then deleted it. I was too quick for you, 1980.
Weird time for what?
For a vampire to come out.
Oh, okay. God. I like 1980's attempt, like maybe I shouldn't say that.
Too late. Gotcha.
Well done, self-policing. That one was funny. I don't think it was offensive. But I'm not always a good judge.
As part of the LGBTQ, I was not offended.
For a while, I really thought that it was called the LGBTQ freeway. Because it's, like, what are its initials? It's
LBJ.
The LB, no, it's George Bush, the
Oh, George Bush Turnpike?
GBTP.
Yeah.
Yeah, the GBTP. Okay, Q.
Creative Duke says, yeah, I do like the John Carpenter's version of vampires. 1980 says, protect the monetization. I
And
think we're okay.
whoever I was working with called it the LGBTQ Parkway. And I was new.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was called.
Sure. Puts a whole different meaning to going cruising.
I thought the HIV lane was called the HIV lane.
Oh no.
The HIV lane?
I was quickly corrected.
Creative Duke says, love on the freeway.
Who called it the HIV lane? What do you think about
I think just I think just hearing HOV like really, really fast,
Got
it did not cross dyslexia.
it. Okay,
Tom
so
Richard asks, is Beastman from X-Men a werewolf or a different animal? He's a mutant.
he is a mutant. He has no moon affiliation. So go to this one.
On the tripod cam.
2 hours later, and I have made that gorilla suit with a fishing bowl on his head from the Plan 9 movies. But I think that's the right size.
Yep.
I feel like the size is correct.
Yep.
I want to get one of these flatter planes here. I will put eyes right here, and then we'll put the beak in, and we'll do the brow. Yeah, that's gonna work.
1980 says, just call it the Rainbow Road. Edson says, okay, gang, gotta pull the pastrami off the smoker. Have a great night. Go make stuff.
Well, we are about to pull our pastrami off the smoker in a
Euphemistic.
euphemistic sense. So, Alex, would you say goodnight, Alex?
Night, Alex.
Stacy, say goodnight.
Good night.
I say good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us while I massacred a bear and made a fishbowl gorilla monster. You guys have an awesome week, and I hope that you get a chance to make something. Go make stuff!
Go make stuff!